All right, hello everybody. I built an AR-10 last year, obviously on an AR platform. Aero Precision build kit, bought all the components, everything you need obviously to build an AR is online. Not going to go through that. That's not what this video is about. But I built it because obviously you can build it at home without specialized parts or specialized knowledge. You don't have to have a lathe. Don't have to be able to run a lathe. You don't have to be able to turn a barrel. Don't have to be able to do a lot of gunsmithing work without gunsmithing tools. So that brings me to the build that I'm going to work on, that I'm starting now, which is last year in February at the outdoor show in Harrisburg. I had seen Curtis Custom receivers online. I saw that Alamo Precision was building some of their builds on an Alamo Axiom action. I was looking at a lot of different receivers for the build, trying to come up with a plan on what to do and what gunsmith to use and where to go, and obviously all the things that you need to decide on to build a custom bolt action rifle. So when I was at the show, I happened to see Joel Russo, I think, was at the show and had one of their vector actions at the show. They had the Axioms, they also had a vector there. And the interesting thing for me about the vector was the idea that right here on the end of the receiver, in line with the lugs and the lug area, you see that there's an area that they put into the receiver for set screws. And the set screws are there to make a simple barrel change where you can have pre-made barrels, which I think Alamo are doing them now, and I do believe that PVA, Patriot Valley Arms, is also making a pre-fit barrel for this action. The action is, I think the tolerances are tight enough that they can just do a pre-fit barrel. Head spacing's already done. You order the barrel, have the barrel shipped to you, hand tighten the barrel, 2 screws, 25 inch-pounds, and you would actually be ready to shoot. You could loosen the set screws, remove the barrel, and obviously, here I'll show you the other thing about this action. So this action, they would call the Ferrari of their actions. Again, you see the Curtis, on this side you actually see the vector, but built into the vector receiver is the bolt stop. So the bolt stop's built into the receiver. All you do is push it up, take the bolt, remove it. So in order to change calibers, obviously any short action caliber that uses a standard 308 bolt face, all you need to do is change the barrel. If you were looking at a Magnum caliber short action, something like 300 Winchester short mag, which I am looking at, by Magnum bolt face, all you do is take the bolt, remove the firing pin, take your Magnum bolt face, put the pin in, push it down, click it over, take your action, put the bolt back in, and you could go from a standard 6.5 Creedmoor to a 300 Winchester short Magnum probably in 2 minutes or less. Again, the barrels are hand tightened. You don't have to tighten them any tighter than by hand. Don't have to do anything to the bolt to go from a Magnum to a standard bolt face other than change the bolt. I think they have bolts online for about $350. Curtis Vector has a roller on the lugs. It's a 3-lug. It's actually a 3-lug bolt. There's a roller built into the action on the lug. Makes it way easier for a 3-lug bolt to actually lift the bolt. I mean, it doesn't take any real effort to lift. See, I'm not even turning it over. And then the other thing, to add the trigger, since the bolt stop and all of the other things that, like on a standard Remington trigger, that cause a bunch of problems and a lot of pain here on this side, when you order your trigger, you get the trigger without the bolt stop obviously on it, without any extras. All you need is the safety. So you order it without the bolt stop, the bolt removal. Just stick it on there and put, the pins are beveled on both sides. I followed the regular procedure from left to right and right to left in the back. But again, it's beveled on both sides. You can get at it as soon as you put the safety back. You can obviously get at the pin on the front or the back. And then I bought the Triggertech. I bought the special trigger. And the special is just a little bit lower, I think, than their standard. And you'll see on the box here, the special is adjustable 1 to 3.5 pounds. According to the manual, it comes preset in the center. So I would guess somewhere just under 2 pounds. The set screw on the bottom, clockwise to increase the trigger pull, counterclockwise to decrease. I did back it off 4 turns. I think I've read before that it's about an ounce per turn, but they're very audible clicks. You click them like 4 clicks, safety off, and then when you pull this trigger, I mean, they show in the box. I mean, you can see their diagram on thousandths of an inch travel versus break versus their competitors, but there is no travel till that trigger goes off. You just pull it. I'll turn it around, but when you pull that trigger, I mean, it doesn't do anything till it breaks, and then it just sets back there. So I just wanted some documentation on what I was building and why. I don't think I'll really need a gunsmith other than buy the pre-fit barrel. But this is what I started with, the Curtis Custom Vector, 60-degree throw, roller sear instead of a standard sear on the Triggertech trigger. And I did order a Iota Outdoors Kremlin stock from them a couple weeks ago on Black Friday sale. They're advertising right now that their stocks will ship in less than 4 weeks. They're extremely helpful as well. I send them a couple emails bugging them about a few things. They're matching the size of the color fill, the colors. I had specific colors that I wanted. They're matching the colors, metallic colors, pearl colors, the fill pattern that I wanted. So that will be the next thing. I'll unbox the stock whenever it comes in, compare how this stock fits. And then the next thing after that will obviously be buying a bottom metal. But this action, the other thing about the actual Vector, see the cut, double feed ramp. This is actually cut to to work with AWS mags as well as AICS mags. The Curtis bottom metal actually does fit both, but I was looking for bottom metal that had a little depth to it for appearance as well as function. So I'm looking at maybe getting a Gray Bowie bottom metal, maybe a Hawkins Precision, or possibly even a Surgeon bottom metal. I'm still wavering back and forth on which one of the bottom metals I'll order once the stock comes in. But standard M5, should fit the stock. The way they're cutting it, we'll see when it comes in. All right, thanks. Later.